Come on in here, folks. Come on in here. It is right at 9 o'clock on Wednesday night. So that means it's time for PolyTalk with Regal Love. As always, I am Eddie.
Tyra.
Tanya.
And together we are Regal Love. A functioning black triad, now married out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Every week we try to come in to show a little positive example of what a black poly triad is capable of being. We always try to be careful and not try to make ourselves to be the full-on guard version of the truth, but we are a version of the truth. So we're here tonight to field some questions if there are any, and just talk about a few things. This week has been another one of those weeks where more than anything, I have been inspired by conversations I've had with other friends. So we're Erica Rowland, what's the topic tonight? We're actually about to get into that right now. We're always speaking about how we want everyone to be as transparent as possible and to have open and honest communication as they possibly can. But here's something that I've hey Smiley, how are you, honey? Here's something that I have been re-encountering over this week in different conversations. Your belief systems. Where do your belief systems come from? Have you adopted your belief system, or did you develop it on your own? This became a topic of conversation for me a couple times this week. Today, more recently, and so it's really on my mind right now. So I want to pose a question to you guys. When it comes to the way you look at things, is it your life experience that has shaped the way you look at it, or is it because of something that somebody else said? Somebody you trust, you took their word for it, or you accepted their version of the truth as the truth? I'm asking that because I think it's important, because in conversations with personal friends of mine, I found out that I myself have been supporting a belief system that I did not create for me. I had adopted it from someone else. And in this particular case, everybody who knows me, I'm very open and honest about myself and about my life. I adopted some bad belief systems from my mother. In no way, shape, or form, please, before anybody decides they want to jump out in the front of the damn car, I am not saying that my mother was wrong. She did anything wrong. She was fucked up, nothing like that. What I am saying is, with the information she had at hand and the choices that she had to choose from, she did the best that she could. Had she had more information, had she had more life experience, she probably would have chosen something different. So that is what I'm speaking on. But more to the point of, I learned so much from my mother as my first teacher, the first person I ever trusted, the first person that ever cared to show me anything. I never paid attention to how many things that she did not try to teach me directly that I personally picked up on. So I'm curious to know how others are feeling about the things that have shaped you to be you. And if you sit and you ask yourself right now, do I really just not like the color gray? Or did somebody tell me I don't like the color gray? Weigh it for yourself. But I'm just using that for an example, of course. But that's kind of where I am right now. Boulders Wayne says it should only be your life experience. Can't nobody live your life but you. True enough, sir. True enough. But here's what I'm talking about. Your life experiences may have been dictated by a parent, a sibling, a friend. So because you trusted them, you find yourself in alignment with them on most things, that you can say, okay, I feel like that too. But the question is, and I'm not saying it in any way to be confrontational. I'm just really trying to spark debate in this instance. Did you weigh it for yourself to figure out how you really feel about it, or did you just agree just for the sake of being agreeable with your homie or your cousin or your mom or your brother or whoever? Hey, Malika, how are you, darling? It's Malika Robinson. Let's see.
Hi, Bianca.
Along the way, we pick up bad behaviors, but that doesn't build a belief system. Belief is a strong word. Very true. And maybe I did heavy-handedly use the word belief system. So you may be right about that. But maybe, should I say, influence the way you think. Maybe belief system really is too strong of a saying. Chun Li says, I believe your belief system comes from your surroundings, how we are raised, and life experiences. Chun Li, that is my point in a nutshell. Like you said, how we were raised. So me, again, the conversation that I was having earlier today was about the way I feel about a certain thing. And I had to sit and think about it. Wait a minute, why do I feel like that about it? And I've had such a strong knee-jerk reaction to it that it was almost automatic. And I never bothered to question why. But when I did stop to question why today, I followed the trail all the way back to, it is something that my mom had a problem with. So I automatically had a problem with it. So and I'm using myself as an example. And I'm sorry, I know this isn't technically poly related, but this is one of those things that I feel is important, that you should be able to identify your own triggers, your own markers, and understand why you feel the way you feel about certain things. And in what it's worth, it could very well have an impact on why so many people are having such a problem accepting the polyamorous lifestyle. When you look at it, the only thing that everybody says is, what if something goes wrong? That's the big hitch. Oh, I'm too jealous. I'm too possessive. I don't like to share. Okay, those are very selfish qualities. So if you're that selfish of a person, then yeah, polyamory is not for you. But we're talking about everybody else. We're not talking about those people who are automatically opposed to it. But for those who are automatically opposed to it, the question still remains. Why? Is it because of something you personally experienced, something that made you feel like that? Or was it something that happened to somebody else and you caught the backlash of the emotion from it? Or it made you look at it and say, oh my God, if that was me. So this is me asking you guys a question, so I'm very curious to hear what you have to say. But we will answer any questions you guys put up. Wow, we got a lot of good people in here. Hey, everybody. Hi. Mr. Pittman, hey, it's always a pleasure to see you, sir. We're going to see you in the spring, right? Looking forward to meeting you, big guy. Malika Robinson, everybody isn't open-minded, and a lot of people believe in Jesus. Woo!
I believe in Jesus. And I'm open-minded. That's
a hot button issue, because you're talking religion versus belief system, and they're not mutually exclusive. So yeah, that. But I understand your point. A lot of people kind of wrap up the religious side of it and use it as an argument against, and not paying attention that there are so many examples to the argument for, judging by that very same Bible that most people try to hide behind. Is there something you're saying over there, Ty?
Erica said, my own experiences have molded me, mistakes included, but I have learned and been taught by my mother, and I don't necessarily believe the way she taught me now that I am grown with my own children.
Ah, exactly my point. But Erica, and I'm going to ask you specifically, so I'm going to come back to you, honey. Now that you do understand that not everything that she believed it lines up with you, did it make... I want to ask the question I mean to ask. Understanding it now, does it make you regret some of the choices you've made based on that former way of thinking? I think that's what I mean to ask.
She went on to say, with everyone, it starts at home first. As we grow up and have our own experiences, we learn our own way and why our parents' way may not have been my way or how I'd handle it as an adult.
Okay, there you go. Thank you. Thank you. You answered the question perfectly, as a matter of fact. Juanita in-law, the question is, the things that you believe, do you believe them exclusively through your life experience, or do you believe them because of somebody else's experience? Somebody you trusted, somebody you believed in. I'm not saying they ever let you down. We're talking parents. We're talking grandparents, aunties, uncles, cousins, brother, whoever. And because they had a bad experience, you automatically looked at it as a bad thing. That's the question. And I'm sorry, as I said earlier, I understand this is not technically poly related, but I think it's people related, and it helps us identify where our triggers and our strongholds are against a lot of this poly principle that we try to operate out of right now. You okay? Oh, okay. Okay, Mr. Pittman, plane ticket is booked, my man. So I guess we'll see you in the spring. Let's see what we got here. Wow, we got lots going on here, honey. Did you catch anything? Noni. Hey, honey. What's going on? All right, just keep it down.
Bianca says, I used to feel like that because that's how I grew up. But when I start to learn about love as I grew up, I saw there was other lifestyles and there's no rule in life.
Absolutely true. Absolutely true. We got into the conversation a few weeks ago about emotional starvation economics. And that's the process of believing that love is limited. Like if you are a sibling, you're a child with multiple siblings. You learn to compete for attention. And that in and of itself has been a very, very crippling energy for most of us as young people to grow up in, because we feel we have to compete for attention. We have to compete for affection. We have to be the good one, or we have to be the smart one, or in a lot of cases, we have to be the bad one just so we can get that attention. And it rolls over into our adult lives when we establish these relationships with people where we feel like we have to be the singular focus. And it's only because we have worked so hard to get somebody to focus on us. It's a real funky situation that you really have to kind of peel back the layers on to really get to the bottom of it for yourself, because everybody suffers from it. It's the root of insecurities. It's the foundation for the reason why you feel that anybody can threaten your position. There are over 7 billion people on the planet, and there is not one other person exactly like you. So please explain to me why it is you don't feel that much more special about who you are. Nobody else can be me. And not because I'm so amazing, but because I'm so amazing. That's why nobody else can be me. So I'm sorry, that's it for me. It really speaks to always having an infusion of love? Was it my friends? Was it my lovers? Was it my siblings? Was it my parents? Was it whoever? I've always had this infusion of love, and that in and of itself has always made me want to give love. Now, I'm not saying every version of love that I had was healthy, but what I am saying is that there was always a version of love that I could at least look at and see that it was, at the very least, structured around an honest love. I know we got a lot going on here. I'm sorry I didn't went off on my own thing. Denovian, what's going on, big homie? It has been a while. How are you? Well, I feel like letting this left.
Yeah.
All right, Dr. Protein, what's happening? Shiz, what's up, cousin? Yeah, hello, darling. Peace and blessings to you. Who else we got here? Achilleum, thank you for joining us. I don't think we've ever seen you here before. Latoya, hey, wifey, how are you, honey? Lena, I feel the same way. I'm one of a kind. God only made one of me. Absolutely. Okay, Shells Harvey. Now, this is one of my peoples right here. I honestly don't know what shaped my mind frame on what a relationship should be. It was a mixture of things as I grew. Now I have my own experiences shaping and my molding my way of living and beliefs now. And it differs from a lot of those around me. I learned that my relationship will depend on me and who I'm dealing with, not others through beliefs and opinions. That is very true. Yeah. That is very true. I've heard it said in multiple platforms about how we're always trying to subscribe to what we were told a relationship is supposed to be, i.e. monogamy. We were told it's supposed to be one man, one woman. Okay, well, who told them that? Where did the original foundation come from? I don't know anybody that can follow it back that far, but I know what I've always understood. I don't know nobody that's ever been good at monogamy. Nobody that wasn't selfish. Nobody that wasn't just, I guess selfish in the negative meaning of selfish, because you want everything for you. But outside of that, monogamy doesn't really work for everybody, because it prohibits you from experiencing another part of you. For as much as I love Tara, and I love Tara completely just between me and her, there was always pieces of me that Tara's energy didn't connect with. And it is not to say that it was her missing something, because let's do the reverse of that. There are pieces of Tara that my energy can't connect with. Case in point, she loves scary movies. I can't stand them, but that's a part of her, and I have to respect and accept that that is a part of her. Now she has the option that if she meets somebody that she's more comfortable being able to sit on the couch and lay in the bed and watch scary movies with, by all means, please knock yourself out, because I understand that what we share can't be touched by anybody else. It's the same way that she understands that what we share can't be touched by anybody else. Period. And she doesn't try to, because she understands that's not for her. Mm-hmm. I got off topic. I'm sorry. I understand that when we choose this lifestyle, it puts us in the crosshairs. People want to judge you. People are so prejudiced against you, like you're doing something wrong. When in all reality, we're basically just doing something that they're scared to do. There's a courage that it takes to be in this life. You are constantly under fire from people who you think understand you. People you have trusted the majority of your life will look at you differently once they find out that you practice polyamory. I am a standing witness to it. I've had people who, up until the day that I made it public, oh, they just thought I was just, oh, that's just Eddie being nasty. That's what he's doing. He's just being nasty. I had I spoke to my brother for the first time in first real heavyweight conversation me and my brother had in a while. I had with him today, and he said, "You know what, man? When other people come to me and say, you know, your brother married 2 women," he's like, "It's no surprise. That's who he's always been." You know, so I've always had to defend myself. I've always had to defend myself in my truth. And my truth is, this is who I choose to be, and this is how I choose to love. And I am beyond happy that they chose to join me. You know, make no mistake about it. When we come on here every week, it is not a brag session. We are not trying to tell everybody how great we are and how we did this and we did that, but we are great. And we did do this and we did do that. But what we want to do is we want to help people circumnavigate the problems so they can get where we are. Yes, it takes some maturity and it takes some self-correction. Rephrase, it takes a lot of self-correction.
Quick question. When starting to build a relationship with someone, is it important to be consistent? I don't know if I'm tripping or people just don't value consistency anymore, but from my point of view, I expect to hear from that person every day or every other day, whether it's, hey, how you doing? How your day going? Regardless if they're going through something. People go through shit on a daily basis, but actions speak louder than words, especially if you are already dealing with long distance building. What are you guys' insight on consistency?
All right. Did anybody else want to touch this?
I believe in consistency. I at least got to hear your voice.
And the fact that there's a long distance factor here, yeah. Communication it's mandatory. It is mandatory. If you can't take that 10 minutes in the car on the way to work, on the way from work, hey babe, yeah, I'm on my way to the job. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure I talked to you today. You know, I'm always thinking about you, girl. You know how much I love you? Yes, you do. All right, I'm out of here. If that's all the free time that you have, that's the free time you need to invest, because it's important, especially long distance. You do not have the luxury of the physical connection. You do not have that luxury. So you have got to make sure that the mental and the emotional connection is solid. So yeah, absolutely. Consistency is mandatory. Unless I'm imagining it's the contrary in this case, but unless you're one of those people who don't need it. But if you do need it, then it's mandatory.
And Elena's getting married November 21st.
Oh, okay then. Okay, wait, November 21st, like next week?
Next week.
Well, congratulations to you.
Hopefully in the future we will add another mate to our home and hearts.
Okay, that's always a beautiful thing. Congratulations to you all. What we got here? Callie Honey, she just got here. She was cooking. Okay. Let's see who we got here. Am I missing something here? Sorry, folks. I'm just trying to make sure I'm not missing anybody, because I really hate when the lives go off and I'm reading through the comments and everything, and I miss some people that I would love to speak to. And there's one of them, my sister Latanya. Hey, honey, how are you, babe? It's so good to see you here. I know you don't really you as your brother, you don't look at me like this, but this is who I am, honey. I promise you. Yes, Sunshine, honey. You have to have strong skin to function happily in poly life. Absolutely agreed. No doubt in that. Okay. Okay.
She said, "Hey, love you, your sister."
Oh, okay.
Hi, Morgan. Hi, Bianca.
All right. Again, the topic tonight is your influences on the way you look at things. Um, Again, I'm using this as a personal disclaimer. I am not blaming parents. I'm not saying parents were wrong. What I am saying, and I will repeat myself, is parents in most cases deal with bad situations the best they can with the best information they have at hand. And they are not always empowered to have the best information, but they do the best they can with what they get. So I would never in any way say that my mother was my problem or because of my mother is what was wrong with me. No, every choice that I made was my choice to make. So I don't want anybody to, as I said, jump out in front of the car think that I'm trying to say something wrong with my mama. My mama, one of my favorite people on this planet. But I do understand that my mother is fallible. And there are some lessons that my mom taught me that I shouldn't have learned. Period. For those who know me, you understand I have a very, very dark past. And in the darkness of my past, my mom paved the way to allow me to be that person. And honestly, I don't know if it was the right thing, but for her at that time, it was the best of a bad situation, and she made the best decision she felt she could. And I still love her endlessly for it. Thank you, Mama. Just in case you watching, babe. Let's see. Most people say they have a lot going on. This is oh, I'm sorry. Somebody's replying to Bianca. Okay. Erica Rowland, exactly. This is no blame game. Everyone had to learn. No one came with instructions. Hey, man, you might have told the truth right then, lady.
Right.
It's hard. It's hard. And then we kind of no. I'm gonna leave that for a whole nother time. That's me jumping into my whole soapbox thing. I think it's important for us to take an honest look at what it is that we're trying to do. I understand my personal mission statement is I want to help educate as many people as possible. It's all I want to do. I just want to help. If what I have to say is not helpful to you, that's fine. I respect that. I have no problem with it. I am very thankful that we have not had any trolls or people just leaving old fucked up comments and negative crap, because we try not to promote that here. I have two remarkably beautiful wives. For those who know, they know both of these women got some banging bodies, but I am not up here showcasing them and prancing them around to get that kind of attention. We are not sitting here and talking about the splendid sex that we have, because that is not the kind of focus that we would like everybody to understand, because that's the focus that everybody already has. So why perpetuate the already shallow stereotype of what a polyamorous relationship is? I love these ladies to my last breath. Understand my truth. And there is nothing I wouldn't do for either one of them. They know that. Anybody around me knows that they know that, because I make it clear to everyone that that's how I feel about them. So when we come here every week, every 2 weeks, whenever it is that we're here to showcase the positive. A couple weeks ago, we had a young lady mention that she's never been exposed to the love side of polyamory. More people are so focused on the multiple side. They're not paying attention to the love.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I want to bring some tunnel vision focus to love around here. We can have disagreements. We cannot be on the same page about some things. We can have different religious beliefs. It does not have to separate us. Why? because we want to focus, laser focus on love. That's what's most important. So that's what's most important as far as I'm concerned. Tyrone Miller, what's happening? Hey, bro, I get to see y'all this weekend, man. Keith Sweat. Keith Sweat. I'll be there. I can't wait. All right, let's go. Hey, Kamisha, hi, honey. You left Georgia yet, baby? Morgan Red, hey, my twin. That's my love twin right there, y'all. Morgan Red, that's my love twin. Discuss the love, the positivity, the bond. Okay. If you wait, because I don't want to jump the gun. Are you asking me to discuss our love, our positivity, our bond? Oh, okay. Oh, Erica Rowland, love indeed. Without it, what is there in any relationship? I believe that full-heartedly. I believe that with everything in me. And I mean, like, okay. How many of y'all got family members that you really wish wasn't your family member? Okay, everybody got to speak at once, but I know it's true. Everybody has at least one family member that they really wish wasn't their family member because they're just wretched people. You just don't damn like them. And it might be somebody you're supposed to be close to. I can tell my truth because I can tell my truth. I spent 20 years not liking my sister because I could not stand the person she was. My truth, and I don't care who don't like it. It's the truth. Well, ultimately, she changed. But I spent so much time away from her, I never knew. I had changed. And I didn't have her there to register the change between me and her. But at the end of it all, when me and her sat and we spent our last moments together, because I lost my sister to cancer, but when we spent our last moments together, those moments were filled with so much love. So that's why that is always so important to me, to let love be the focus, because it is so easy to be distracted by your ego, by your sense of entitlement, by you feeling justified to be angry about something, by you not, oh, I just don't like them. You're allowed to. You're allowed to. But don't do yourself the disservice of Xing these people out your life. Ex-lovers included. Now, I'm not talking about people that's beating on you and, making you feel like less than a human being. But I'm talking about people who it just didn't work. For whatever reason. It didn't have to be a horrible thing. It could have just been a thing. Hey, we just go in two different directions, whatever. Why abandon the familiarity of the friendship that y'all did have? Now, granted, the friendship wasn't the primary focus, but a friendship nonetheless was developed. Why not expand that? Because that could be a wonderful thing later on. With somebody who understands you, somebody you can measure yourself against because they have spent so much time with you. I love being able to talk to just about everybody I've ever dated. So I can say, when I was with you, was I that person? Did I make you feel like this? Well, so-and-so said to me that I did that. Did I do that to you too? Because I want to establish my own behavior patterns that I may have missed. But, yeah. Dr. Protein, I understand that when we are conversing and comprehending one another's views, speak on how did your two wives find their happy medium? Oh, okay. I think I can succinctly answer that. Tyra's more of a talker. Tanya's more of a listener. So they fill their natural roles. Tanya will respond. She has information to offer. Boom, she gives it. Tyra, in turn, processes information very well. So it was a relatively seamless exchange for them.
It was a good fit.
Honestly, and I am not overstating it. I can honestly think of maybe through the 3 years we've been together, and I mean, and this probably happened in the first 6 months, there was 2 bad conversations between the two of them. No lie. No lie. Maybe 2 bad conversations between the two of them. And I didn't have to mediate much in either one of them. They gave each other a little space and they separated and said, all right, we're gonna talk about this later on. Again, I do say it all the time, Dr. Protein, that I'm fortunate. I'm very fortunate. I have an empath over here and I have an amplifier over here. So she absorbs everything, processes it, and explains it to me. She explains it to me. I am more of a communicator. So as a communicator, I can take the information she gave me that she has gleaned from her spirit. She gives it to me. I can explain it to her. She can take that information and spread it back into us. I know it sounds metaphysical as hell, but it is. And that's how our harmony works. So I guess, and I didn't get way over the top in my explanation.
And it is harmony.
Okay. Erica Rowland, I have a sister that I have no desire to deal with, and love has yet to heal me. I'm a work in progress, but I totally understand. At least you understand. And again, honey, I'm saying it. I'm saying it in the vein of, if you've not been around her for so long, there may be some things that have changed about her. The things that rubbed you the wrong way may not be there anymore. We're all a work in progress. So don't think it's just you that's trying to get to the next good part.
And we're all constantly evolving.
Yes.
So we might not be in the same mindset we were a few years back.
Okay, we got a few more folks coming in. Hey, we got Morgan responding to Tyrone. Yeah. Zephaniah, we got Zephaniah in here. We got Rashid and Riri and Maisie Stoner. Hello. Thanks for stopping in. We appreciate you guys. Becca Snow Bunny, hi love. I don't know if we actually know you, but it's good to see you. Tonight's topic has been the things that shape the way you look at the world. Are you exclusively looking at things from your life experiences, or have you allowed other people's opinions and life experiences, people you trust, i.e. parents, siblings, friends, shape the way you look at a thing? And once again, we're very interested in your answers, but I guess more than anything, I always like to be as thought-provoking as possible. I want you to think about it for yourself. If you care to share, we would love to hear your position on it. No, and no again. Okay. Let's see. We got a lot of man. Wendell, what's up, brother? I did not see you peek in here. What's happening, family? It's good to see you. Smiley, you still here? All right. It's Dana, not Wendell. Is that what I'm understanding?
You might have been referring to both of them
Oh, maybe both of them are there.
In the where you were in the live.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think so. I think we got all of that. All right, so Most of the time, I do draw off of personal experience because I feel like that's the thing I'm most qualified to talk about, things that I've actually been through. Um, so I want to talk about this personal experience as far as as a general rule, I don't celebrate the failures in polydynamics. I don't. And in this case, I'm not celebrating it either, but I am calling attention to it because I'm starting to see a more prevalent thread of it becoming a topic. And that is people who are getting into these poly relationships to come up. Um, this isn't something that in any way, shape, or form I entertain at all. It's horrible for anybody to even want to profit from love like that. It really is. I think that's part of the lowest way that you could treat another human being, to make them believe that you love them just for you to take advantage of them. That's horrible to me. Excuse me. I guess that's part of the reason why it never made enough sense to me to be that kind of player, because I never wanted nobody to believe I love them to the point where I never will be interested in somebody else. I never wanted to hurt anybody like that, because I knew the truth was I was always going to be interested in somebody else. Now, whether I personally acted on it or not was a whole different thing. Oh, yep. Okay, that is something I wanted to talk about. Yep.
It is Wendell and Dana.
Oh, it is Wendell and Dana? Okay.
She said, hey, boo.
Hey, boo. Oh, man, I forgot that fast.
It popped up right then.
I hate when I do that. I'll get it back in a second, though.
Are people that's not friends with you on Facebook able to watch this live?
No, I'm sorry. I keep meaning to make it public. I keep forgetting to do it at the beginning of the live. So I will make a conscious effort to remember to do that every week. Or Ty, if you happen to be cognizant of it at the time, man, shoot me a text so I can remember to do it. But I think only our friends are able to watch this. So but like I said, I'll definitely jump on that and make sure we open it up next
I believe
week.
friends of friends can as well.
I don't think friends of friends can. I don't think so. Because remember a couple weeks ago, I'm sorry, I hate forgetting people's names, but the young lady had a bunch of her friends that wanted to watch,
Right.
but right. Yeah, but like I said, brother, I'll make sure that we take care of that and get that open up for next week. My goodness, there was something I really did want to say. All right, I'll get back to it.
He said he got you.
My man.
No friends of friends either.
No, I don't think so. Is that my sister, Ariana Wilder? Oh, you have to know that as soon as I see you, I'm biting you in your face. It has got to happen. So yes, I just threatened you on whoever will get to watch this. I threatened you. So just so you know.
That's good.
Man, what was I'm sorry, Eric. I'm working on it, honey. I got so much going on in there, man, and there's a whole lot of space for information to be rattling around in. You can't see me in scale. My head is huge, but that's just the truth. I'm trying to figure out what it was I was trying to talk about. I was looking at something over here, and it reminded me.
It's probably not for you to talk about this one. That's why I won't come back.
That might be it too. Okay.
Thank you for sharing a snippet of your life. Don't want to expose my ignorance with dumb questions, but have gained some understanding and respect you all for standing in your truth and love.
Thank you.
I will quietly watch the future lives to gain more understanding, hiding in the back of the classroom. Brought up some interesting topics on love, relationship foundation.
Well, thank you, honey.
Thank you, Nani.
Really appreciate that vote of confidence there. Again, as we said earlier, we really just come here to help. That's it. I mean, understanding that a lot of the relationship principles that and the tools that we've learned through our process, they can help in any relationship. As Erica Rowland said earlier, we're just really looking to unify through love Black people. And it's not to say that we don't love white people, because we love a lot of white people. But what it is to say is that the Black community is suffering a lot more from disconnection. And we are a vibrational people. And as vibrational people, we are meant to harmonize together. And we keep finding reasons and ways and excuses not to harmonize together because everybody wants to stand out and be an individual. Well, sometimes you have to bring all those individual pieces together and make a collective. And when you do that, you have something amazing. That's what I feel I've created here, in the energy that I started out in here, for them to recognize and add themselves to and make that energy a real thing. And we want to bring the same energy to all of you and hopefully infect you with it and make you want to just love more. That's the contribution. That's the legacy that we feel comfortable with. Wanting to unify us, and not us against anybody. Let's just unify us together so we are together.
Mm-hmm.
But once again, I try real hard not to jump on my soapbox. I think I did good that time. I think I did good. Maisie Stoner. Oh, I'm sorry, I lost her. I just see Maisie Stoner right there. Oh, okay, here we go. Maisie Stoner, you guys have so much love. It's great. Well, thank you. We appreciate you. Sis spoke. Yes, she did speak, Dr. Prote. Oh, that's Morgan. She's talking to Noni. Yes, we are so disconnected. Yes, come on, agreed. I love it. Okay. Hey, Bridget McFarland. Hey, honey, where is your husband? I've been trying to catch up with that cat for a minute. Tell him to call me if he still got my number, and if not, hit me on Facebook. Lisa Yenzer, hello there. Sean Wright, my brother. ATL shouted. Everybody, come on in here. Come on in. Boy, I'm talking about this some good folks. Brian Peak, how are you, sir? I see your name often. It's good to see you here. We're really, again, just to recap for those who may have missed out, we started off talking about where your belief systems come from, or how the things that influence the way you think about things. Are they generated from your life experiences, or do they come from the influence of people around you, people you trust, i.e. your parents, your friends, your siblings, anybody that you value their opinion? That's the question that we put out front for everybody else. And then we just kind of touched on one of the reasons we're here every week. And it is, more than anything, we are here to promote love. Mm-hmm. If for any questions you guys have, we feel very repetitive in explaining how our dynamic works. We feel that as mature, responsible people, we take our own responsibility for ourselves, and we try very hard not to look at each other like the enemy. So there's no need to defend if you understand that you're not being attacked. Right. So with that being the case, it helps us circumnavigate a lot of the pseudo-aggression for jostling for position that most people do in relationships. We are not trying to prove who's number one, who's number two, who's running anything. We are all just happy to be a part of something so natural, something pure, something honest. We can be as candid with each other as possible. We speak to each other as we speak to our best friends. And it's the best thing ever because it's understood that it's rooted in love, just the way we feel with each other. Let's not even get confused with how we feel about each other. I'm saying the way we feel with each other. The energy that they rub all over me without touching me. It just makes my entire body vibrate. I feel like I'm celestial when I am allowing myself just to live in their energy. And they let me do it every day. So it's an amazing feeling for me. I'm about to get good too. Get into that soapbox already. Eric, Eric, I'm gonna have to catch you at another time about my soapbox, huh? Because my soapbox is big and I love standing on it and screaming on it. So we go. I'm gonna catch you on another time. Matter of fact, I've spoken with the ladies about me doing subsequent lives that basically are going to be about my soapbox. So you're about to start seeing me do that. I'll probably be doing those from my page because I don't want people to confuse the two. My personal opinions, political, social, and things along those lines, are mine based off of my life experiences and the information I've collected over time from different resources. So I do have very strong opinions about some things, and a lot of them will be very unpopular. But as with all things, I am entitled to it. So I'm just trying to put my format together to figure out how and where I will be sharing that with everybody. So be a little patient with me, guys. If you find me interesting enough that you'll follow me in that platform. But yeah. Let's get back here. I'm here for it. Okay. Well, when I finally put it together, Erica, you will be one of the first people I tag in it. Hey, Mr. Milton, how are you, fella? It's good to see you again this week. Hey, you know what, brother? I asked you off the live, man. You saying that you that Greg Milton from Silk, the group Silk, or you or like a Facebook group Silk? I'm trying to understand, brother. And I ain't trying to put you on the spot, but it just jumped in there, so it came out there. All right, it don't look like we got a lot. Oh wait, man, got some more stuff on there. All right. Looks like everybody is about wrapping up here. Gypsy 2, how are you? It's good to see you, hon. I always have something to say, and I have to weigh it before I say it in most cases because, again, I don't ever want to confuse my personal stance on things with the way I feel about a thing. Okay, I think that's fair for me to say. Maisie Stoner, she says, I'm learning tonight as well. Mine's come from influences, but lately, okay, I can respect that. I can absolutely respect that. That is a great position for you to be in, because now it's really making you look at it for yourself to figure out, wait, yeah, let me check this out to see if this actually fits for me. You know, I mentioned earlier, I spoke to one of my brothers earlier today, and when somebody went to him to verify with him that I had actually married two women, and he so succinctly just said that shouldn't surprise anybody. That's who this guy's always been. I remember what I wanted to say. Erica is not that heavy, but it's still good. We have to stop being so completely married to the idea of this is who we are. Oh, can't nobody do nothing about it. I can't change it. We've got to cut that bullshit out. Because if you really are telling me that you, as a mature, even thinking, responsible adult, don't have control of the way you behave, then help me understand how you keep a job and a career. Because you got to tap dance in front of the folks to get that paycheck. Now, you might go to the bar and drink 16 drinks afterwards, but you still not to behave yourself in front of those folks. Why is that? That you can't allow yourself that same level of discipline when you're dealing with the people that's supposed to mean the most to you. You telling me you can't control your mouth because you love this person? Oh, they love me as is. They accept me as is. That is true, but that does not give you the right to be an asshole. And I've spoken from a self-professed asshole. I've lived the majority of my life with tentative people around me because they didn't want to piss me off. Well, I made a choice not to be that person anymore. So I am charging each and every one of you that keep trying to say that this is just how I am. I can't help it. I am charging each and every one of you with malicious lies because you can change it. You do change it. You just choose who you're going to change it for. Change it for the people that mean the most to you. Show that level of respect to them that you give to a paycheck, and I promise you, you'll have different results from those people. But that's just part of it. Erica, that was it, honey. I hope that was enough for you. But yeah, that was what I wanted to touch on earlier. I knew it flew through there, and I had to get it out. Callie, honey, shut your mouth and keep on talking. Thank you. But again, that's one of those things I'm trying to be as cognizant of as I can be. Integrity. That's my word. That's my word. Integrity. I want people to be able to count on what I'm telling them. I want them to be able to trust what I have to say, and I want my word to mean something. So if I tell you I will, you understand that I will. You don't have to check behind me. I'm not that type of man that I'm going to forget. If I give my word is given, and I stand on it. And in that, and I'm going to wrap all of this up, that's part of the reason I ended up here. Pay attention. I gave my word to her that I would never try to replace her. I gave my word to her that I would never make her feel like she is second best. And I've kept my word. So if you can keep your word, you can show that you have some integrity, I promise you, you can end up here too. That's my word. Thank you, everybody. We really appreciate everybody stopping in tonight, and we really appreciate you. Oh wow, okay, my man. Okay, no, I am excited because I'm a fan, and I appreciate your talent, brother. I really do, my man. That's good shit. But we do have to sign off for tonight. Everybody, again, thank you all for everybody that stopped in, that chimed in, that gave a like, a heart, anything, tag somebody, whatever it is you did. We appreciate all your energy because we understand that it does come from a position of love, and we take that love in and we give that love right back. As we said, love is infinite, and we love all of y'all. Believe that. You have a good night.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Coming back week after week. We appreciate it.
We are Regal Love.
Some more words for you, Dr.
What?
Protein. Thank you.
Dr. Protein, that was specifically for you.
That's for everybody. Thank you.
All right. Good night. Thank you, folks. We love you all. I'm Eddie.
Tyra.
Latonya.
We are Regal Love. We love you. We out.
Good night.